Hello and welcome back to Idle Kingdom Defense. So today we are going to do King's Ruins. I did actually forget to dump some gold on my castle, so before we start King's Ruins we're going to just give the castle a few more levels because it needs all the help it can get. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and start, but let's see what we get. Alright, we got a Ballista Wave, so I'm not as familiar with this pattern. Now, some people have been asking me, how do I approach King's Ruins? So let me just go through, like, while we fight these ballistas, and maybe the next wave too. So every day after reset is when I do one big push, basically, in the morning. Now, obviously, I haven't been doing that now, and that was because King's Ruin has been, oh wow, only 5% damage. We did really well that time. But I haven't been pushing because King's Ruin's like, it beat me so bad. It wasn't like, okay, an ogre second wave. We've never seen this before. But the thing is, we lost so bad that I have been farming. Because I do hear from my viewers like, hey, King's Ruin is really hard. What do I do? And this is what you do. You say, you know what, pushing waves, that's just not viable right now. Let's take some time off and work on leveling our troops. Alright, well, even though that was a bunch of ogres, that wasn't really bad. But we got shellacked pretty hard, like 3 times. And I know this is where it gets hard because I'm in the Discord. And if you don't know, and if you are wondering where the Discord is, there is a link in the description of all my videos of the unofficial Discord, the unofficial Reddit, so that you can join and talk to people and see. There's a lot of guides and stuff like that, and I try to cover all of them in a video, but sometimes written information is better. I'm not, even though, I put out videos all the time, sometimes written information is just easier to digest. To see it, and you can read it. I do my best to present it to you, but getting information in all its different forms is always good. I know that, just because I used to work in education. So, regardless, all that aside. So people have been asking me how I approach King's Ruin. So I would do a push in the morning, and again, I haven't been pushing because I got shellacked. I just got my butt handed to me in King's Ruins, but I would push at the very beginning of the next day. Okay, so if I was going to push, and I am going to push, but I'm going to push to 6175. That's as far as I'm going to go, but I will push after the reset tomorrow. So that means when I come into King's Ruins tomorrow, it's going to be set at the difficulty of 6095, which is how far we've gotten today. So I push first thing in the morning, and so let me rewind a little bit. So when I go to bed, I set it up to farm. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I set it up to farm again. That was really good. We're doing really. Oh no, we're not doing really well. I don't know what did all the damage to the castle because I wasn't really paying attention. But it's fine. We'll manage. We're on wave 6. Sorry, the commentary here is a little off, but whatever. It's King's Ruins. You've seen it. This is really more for. And I'm gonna have to actually watch this video because I'm like, what the hell happened to my castle? It must have been the dogs. I know we had a dog wave in there. But anyways, I wake up after farming all night. I don't upgrade anybody, and I push. Okay. All right. After my big push, I immediately go back to farming, and sometimes, especially once I got to the wave 5000s, going back to farming was going back to. So before these dogs. So before this, I was farming. I want to say it was like 5220, just because it was such a fast stage. Even when I was in like 57s, because I don't think 57s gave me anything. So I was just farming that because it was such a fast stage. And so that's what I do. I'd farm overnight, right? Wake up, push, farm more, and then of course do my upgrading with you guys. And then once I was upgraded, I would then go and do mop up portal if I couldn't do it, which we haven't had a lot of. I've had some success with Portal, but damn, Portal gets really tough. But that's okay. You can always get stronger. But, go upgrade with, basically a day of farming. Go upgrade my troops, ascend everybody, yeah, do all that stuff. And then go try and do the expedition for extra, ascension stones. And then once all that's said and done, I would go back to farming, wait until the next morning, and then push. So basically every push comes with it like a day's worth of farming. That's just the secret I've been using. And I don't really consider it a secret. But that, like, if you're struggling in King's Ruins, I would suggest that. But also, don't be afraid to just, like, not push, If you're struggling, if you're struggling to do King's Ruins, if you're struggling to do something in this game, like, yes, higher waves do give you more stuff, right? But, once you get to, I think it's the 3000s to 4000s, you only get upgrades every 300 waves, And being one tier of gear behind, yeah, it would be nice to get to that next tier of gear. But if you're not growing the rest of your army, if you're not growing your troops, if you're not growing your castle, if you're not growing the rest of your army, you're just going to fall behind. So, I mean, don't feel like it's a race where you have to rush through the stages. And, I mean, because if you do that, and damn, I'm getting my butt kicked in King's Ruins today. Well, we'll advance. We'll advance to 6175. But now you see why this is Ruins 11, and I'm almost about to heal. I mean, it's not terrible. Usually you probably have to heal once. That's why they give you a free heal. But still, I would expect, with how much leveling and stuff I've done, to not have to heal at this point. Like, we would just be going. But yeah, if you're getting crushed in King's Ruins, and the key is, you want to farm King's Ruins. You want to be able to complete it. If that's what you want, then, take some time off. Don't push. That's what I had to do. Oh, that was close. 7,000 left? Wow. So, just saying, just try to keep an open mind about that. There's no need to push so hard that you frustrate yourself in other parts of the game. The game is always about building up and getting stronger. Oh, damn. They got to me. Alright, we're going to heal. And also, remember, never pre-heal. Never pre-heal in King's Ruins. Always go into the wave, get your ass handed to you, come back out and heal, because look, I got 8 seconds left on this wave, and now this is a piece of cake. Because I already killed all the other stuff. So, just be mindful of that. But yeah, this is so easy because I think I haven't tried to proceed. And again, I haven't pushed too because, again, as I told you guys, I need to get a strength of about... This is the other reason I haven't pushed. I need a strength of about 6,500 to be where I want to be. Do you think I'm anywhere close to that? I think on a good... I mean, it depends on the wave. I think my team is right now... Right now, it might be 6,500. But before... Wow, that was a nice delay. But before, it was like 60... Like, before I upgraded today, it was maybe 6,400. I would... Like, again, I don't have an actual accurate thing. What I do is I go into Conquest. And there's plenty of stages in Conquest for me to test against. And I think I'm about a 6,400 right now. Which, again, would barely get me to the pattern upgrade. So all I would be doing is I'd advance waves. I'd get nothing for it because I would end up going back to farm the earlier waves because, farming a wave, the biggest thing is how quick you do it. Not anything more than that. Nice! We did win. So, we did succeed. Only one res. I forgot to use buffs. But, let's see. Archers are doing the damage. That's why I want to finish upgrading my archers really before I push again, because archers are really doing their job, doing the damage, and it's really the archers and Gabriel's game. Harold and Christian, and I'm surprised to see Tristram up there. Good to see him putting some work in. So That's refreshing. He usually isn't up that high. But we did do King's Ruins. But anyways, as I was saying, like if you're struggling, don't push. You don't have to push. The game is a marathon, not a sprint. And as a game that's a marathon, that means you need to pace yourself. And that means you need to, use all of your options to get stronger. And we'll leave the bow. We don't need anybody. Everybody's crafted. The only thing we could possibly need, we'll probably get a 5-star bow. The only thing we possibly will need is to craft another frostbow. But, the game's a marathon, so treat it as such. If you're having trouble, just take a break. Don't not play the game. Don't quit the game kind of break, but take a break where you're like, okay, instead of focusing on what my stage number is, I'm going to focus on just, working through to get to beat King's Ruins. Just shift your focus, is probably a better way to say it. Still do your farming, still do all that, build up your troops, work on your archers, but just shift your mentality from, I want to push my stage number, to, I want to get my army stronger so I can beat King's Ruins. And that's just the secret that I've used to be able to beat King's Ruin. And again, remember the pattern. After reset, you do your first push, go back to farming, then build up your team. And you can farm and strengthen your team as you go. You don't have to wait and do it in bulk like I do. But the thing is, you don't want to farm, strengthen your team, push, strengthen your team, push, strengthen, because then you're not really building up, right? You're dragging the stage along with you, so when you do King's Ruins the next day, it's going to be much harder. So, big push, level your heroes up. You can always, if you want to push something, you have Conquest, Portal, Expedition. You can push there. Wait for tomorrow, come in, push again, same thing. Just repeat that cycle. So, push, farm, level, Portal, Expedition, King's Ruins, farm, push, level, just in and out, And don't, I see people that will hoard soul stones and gold. Don't do that. Just spend it. Any amount of money that you spend, you should be able to get it back quickly. There's no need that I've ever seen to just hold on to money to have money's sake. Spend it, invest it, but spend it wisely. Invest it wisely. That said, this is kind of a longer King's Ruins, but I just wanted to touch on some things I've seen, and touch on some things about King's Ruins that people have been struggling with, and just bring some clarity into how I do King's Ruins. So once again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you again, and have a great day.